Have you ever pondered upon the question, who is responsible for your life? Now that's a thought, isn't it? We often get caught up in the whirlwind of life, and before we know it, we're pointing fingers at circumstances, other people, or even fate for our current state. But let's take a step back, shall we? Let's consider that maybe, just maybe, we're the ones holding the reins. Now, don't get me wrong, life can throw curveballs. We all face challenges, and sometimes it's easier to lay the blame elsewhere than to accept that we might have had a hand in where we've ended up. Yet when we peel back the layers, we see that every decision, every action, every reaction, they're all ours. We have the power to shape our lives, to steer our ship in the direction we wish to go. So, the question of responsibility, it's not as complicated as we make it out to be. The truth is, the responsibility for your life lies squarely on your shoulders. Consider the tale of a farmer, a simple man with a profound understanding of this concept. A man who, despite the challenges that come his way, demonstrates a remarkable sense of personal responsibility. Imagine a farmer whose life is intertwined with the rhythms of nature. He knows that his livelihood depends on factors beyond his control, the unpredictability of the weather, the onslaught of pests, the whims of the market. Yet he doesn't let these uncontrollable elements dictate his life. On a day when the skies are clear and the sun shines brightly, he's out in the field, nurturing the soil, planting seeds with hope and anticipation. When the clouds gather and the rains pour down, he doesn't curse the heavens. Instead, he sees it as a blessing, a necessity that gives life to his crops. But what about the pests, those tiny creatures that can wipe out an entire season's hard work? Does he point fingers at them, blaming them for his misfortune? No, he takes it upon himself to learn about them, to understand their life cycle, their habits, and their weaknesses. He finds ways to protect his crops, using natural methods or safe pesticides. And when the market prices plummet, does he complain about the unfairness of it all? Again, no. He realizes that the market is fickle, influenced by countless factors that he cannot influence. So, he focuses on what he can do, diversifying his crops, improving his farming methods, seeking out alternative markets. This farmer, my friends, doesn't waste time blaming the weather, the pests, or the market for his challenges. Instead, he takes on the mantle of responsibility. He focuses on his actions, his decisions, his responses. He understands that while he cannot control everything, he can control his attitude and his actions. The farmer's story serves as a vivid illustration of personal responsibility in action. So what can we glean from this farmer's tale? Let's unpack it together. The farmer's story is a profound reminder of the power of personal responsibility. It underscores that we are the architects of our lives, the masters of our destinies. Just like the farmer, we have the ability and the responsibility to shape our circumstances. It's not always about the cards we're dealt, but how we play our hand. Even when the storms of life descend, we have the power to choose our responses. Embracing personal responsibility can be transformative. It can drive personal growth, spark resilience, and lead to improved life outcomes. It's about owning our decisions, learning from our mistakes, and persistently pursuing our goals. The farmer's tale is a call to action, a call to take control, to grow, and to flourish. Remember, just like the farmer, the responsibility to cultivate your life is yours. So, how do we embrace this responsibility and live an enlightened life? It starts with self-reflection. We must look within ourselves to understand our strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. This allows us to gain a clear picture of who we truly are and what we want from life. Next, we set personal goals. These goals serve as the guiding light, illuminating the path towards our desired future. They give us direction, motivate us to push beyond our limits, and help us track our progress. Then, we make conscious decisions. Every choice we make shapes our destiny. Whether it's choosing to read a book over watching TV, or pursuing a passion instead of settling for a mundane job, each decision either brings us closer to our goals or takes us further away. The journey to an enlightened life begins with accepting responsibility for your life. After all, this life is yours, and so is the responsibility to live it well.